Hi, Matt here from Matt Holman Golf. I'm going to look at Alex Noren today. I haven't done any video reviews for a while. It's been a busy summer, but now the winter's coming, a little bit more time to get back to doing some analysis. So Alex, obviously last year or so, 3 or 4 wins, been playing some really good golf. I think in the last month or two a little quieter. It seems like he's been playing a little less, maybe spending a bit more time at home. So he's definitely, saw him playing in Qatar. He's hitting quite a strong fade at the moment. I mean, he's a powerful player, but he was definitely getting, if we said, especially with the driver, you know, a good 10-15 yard movement on the ball. Had that great 62 at Wentworth to win. I know he's been working more recently anyway with Matt Belsham, an English coach here. Let's just take a look at this. The camera's moving a little, so we can't be too fussy in terms of the lines. I think from left hand side, very orthodox looking setup. We look at spine angle here, you know, around 42-43 degrees. We see an average of around about 45, arms hanging pretty much straight down there. I think on the right hand side is interesting. It definitely a different or slightly different look what we've seen from Alex. He's got this front foot very flared open right now, quite a lot of forward press, and if I take him just before he takes the club back, so if we say about there, I mean, one, he's starting, looks like he's hitting the mid iron with a lot of forward press. He's got that shaft running right up his left hip. And then he's developed this, the Gary player, relatively pronounced trigger, where he's going to work the right knee a little forward, the hips a little left, and then we can see how forward and how much shaft lean he ends up with. And we'll see this again from the left hand side, a little quicker there. So we can see that sort of little Gary player, the right knee goes towards the left knee straightens, and he's really sort of a great drill that I recommend really to everyone I teach, especially in higher handicap, that feeling of impact. So you can see he's rehearsing that there. We can see on the left hand side a straightening of the left leg, the right knee towards the left leg, the heel slightly coming off the ground, a feeling of shaft lean. So he's really trying to get that handle leading, and you're going to see that in the swing here now. So let's start from the face on. So he has that relatively large forward press there, and then there's sort of a bump in the right hip. A very stable looking lower body, really keeps the distance between his knees here, sets the club very well, creates this nice L shape. And then I think one of the issues Alex has always struggled with, I think in times he's tried to change that, the swing would get quite long. So really, to me, that'd be a really nice backswing look there, but he has this look where the arms run on, a little bit of an overswing, and I think really it hasn't created, as you've seen from his golf, too many problems. I think he tends to get that look, because if we look at there's a couple of reasons why we're overswing. One, the lower body not creating enough resistance, which he's got a very stable lower body. There's not lots of hit turn going on. But it's also the downswing sequence, and what you'll see from Alex, the guys that swing a bit shorter, they're going to separate off that left knee, left hip a little quicker, and we won't really see that with Alex. So as he swings up here, the arms just continue on, and then really the first movement to go is more a tilt slightly through the head and the upper body, and that's what's allowed him then to swing a little longer than some. If you had a bit more separation off that left side left knee sooner, as he reached about halfway, 3/4 way up, it would slightly shorten the swing, but it creates a lot of power. He's got great flexibility, and now as he comes down into this halfway down position, I mean, really it looks as good as it could be. The left knee leading the hip is very much in that left transitional line, heads back in place. Nice shaft lean between the left arm and club shaft, but not too much. and then he really just starts to turn around this point here. I mean, this is really as good as it gets. So as much as he had that feeling of a exaggerated shafting at address, actually at impact he ends up in that classic impact position where we create a straight line through the left shoulder, left arm and shaft there, and then he moves through nicely. You can see that sort of ground reaction look there where he has some pressure down, so you can really see him pushing quite hard through the left foot here, and then as he strikes the ball, then there's a slight lifting up of the pelvis to allow everything to keep turning and moving through. So onto the left hand side here quickly. Again, we talked about that sort of preset feeling of impact. Now he starts to work away in a very nice one piece look, hands in, sort of club out. He has some angle in the face, so there's no sort of rolling of the club face inside and early here. And now he goes ahead and sets the club pretty much at the ball. Maybe it looks a fraction above the ball, retains his spine angle, and he has that nice completed look there. But you can see from the left hand side, his arms don't get particularly high. They very much match his shoulder plane there. The face is square, and then again he has this really nice falling look. I love this position here. Bum stays back, starts some downwards pressure in the chest. Very importantly, we can still see some of the left knee halfway down, so synchronization is good. Now it's about clearing off the left side, the arm staying in close to the body, the shaft pointing at the ball too, just above. Nice square club face here, and this really through this area, you can see why he's playing so well. I mean, really nice straight front side, right knee towards left, the right heel off the ground but not too high, and then this really swinging the handle hard left. It's something I would encourage with all the players I teach, and I love the way he's able to keep that club face from rolling over too much, and we see this as the club passes under his armpit. This look where there's no rolling over. In all the tour level players I teach, I really do encourage this release pattern where the club face looks back at the camera, really takes left out the equation. We can also, back to that old Nick Faldo feeling, have this elbow a little bit high and away from the body, again, which really helps keep that club face passive. We see it also in Alex's left wrist there. So from that sort of movement, he can aim slightly left, swing left with no fear of that ball ever going left.